Hello, good evening. My name is Salako Oluwadolapo. This is the third day of the seminar How Robots Might Change the Future of Work. Oops. If you're just joining us, we started about 3 days ago. We discussed a number of things, but I would like to draw out some of the things we've discussed so far for you. Firstly, we've explored the meaning of robotics and automation. We've tried to see the similarities and which falls under which. You can refer back to the videos of the first days, videos of the earlier days for you to be able to know what we've discussed so far on robotics and automation. We've seen the different types of automation and how robots fit under them. Then we've also analyzed the impact of robots and robotic systems, especially in the automobile manufacturing sector and the healthcare sector. Yesterday was exceptionally marvelous. I got a lot of reviews. People were excited. They kept on talking to me about the stores we iterated through yesterday. Today we'll be talking about the impact of robots in the retail industry. Firstly, we'll be looking at smart stores, then we'll be looking at customer service robots. Also, we'll be exploring warehouse management robots. We'll be looking lastly at delivery robots. So I hope you stay with me on the course of this awesome journey. So first, let's pick up smart stores. Smart stores are IoT enabled stores that enables customer experience to move on to the next level. When we typically talk about smart stores, they are stores whose goal is to increase customer experience. Yes, that's the goal of smart stores, but they do this with IoT. IoT is a short form, an abbreviation for Internet of Things, and is a technique of embedding and connecting multiple devices together, especially embedded systems, sensors. What if I could connect my phone with my Bluetooth speaker, and I could connect my Bluetooth speaker to my smartwatch, and I could connect my smartwatch to my smart shoe, to my blood pressure checker, or to that small smartwatch I have that actually checks my blood pressure, which actually connects to my doctor's laptop. And that's just IoT. It deals with interconnectivity of devices. So imagine we have a store where everything is connected together. Your phone is synchronized with with every other thing involved. Let's keep exploring the point. Smart stores feature things like interactive mirrors that shows the full range of colors and sizes of a garment a customer selects. Imagine walking into a designer store and you want to get a pair of jeans, but you don't know if the jean will fit you or not. The typical way we go about that is just look at the jean and you estimate, this jean should fit, this jean won't. What if you could use things like augmented reality to be able to picture, not fictionally picture, I'm talking about literally picture how the jean will look like on you. Yes, what if we could do that? So typically when you walk into a store and you select any clothes or any jean you want, you'll be able to, on the interactive mirror, you'll be able to see all the colors of the same dress you selected that's available. You'll be able to see the sizes and how the sizes will fit. You understand? And that's really beautiful, I think. Then IoT will enable stores to know the individual profiles of each buyer. Now, what are the individual profiles we're talking about? We're talking about the age of the buyer. We're talking about the preferences. We're talking about the areas of the store with the highest traffic. We're talking about the frequency of your visits. Then we're also talking about this time spent on particular promotions, and lastly the satisfaction rate after purchase. All these will enable the store to be able to personalize your shopping experience. For example, by knowing how old you are, the store will be able to make recommendations based on your age. They won't be able to give you a clothes that is popular amongst people that's above 50 or that's popular amongst people that is above 70s. And based on your preferences means what you love to buy the most. Do you love to buy fashion stuffs the most? Do you love tech? Let me give you an example. When you log on to AliExpress, most times especially if you're shopping on AliExpress maybe for the fifth or seventh time. AliExpress will make some recommendations of similar products. I think such stuff is available on Amazon also, and maybe on Jumia. Now, these things are made available and these things are made possible through machine learning. They'll check out all these variables: your age, your preferences, the segment of the sites you access the most. Maybe it's the tech area, maybe it's fashion, maybe it's gardens, maybe it's car parts that you frequent most. Then they will check out how long you spend, the time you spend on each of these segments of the site. So if you spend 20 minutes surfing through earbuds on AliExpress and you spent just 5 minutes surfing through fashion, and you did that consistently for 5 days, that means you're obviously much more, at that moment, at that point in time, or let me say for that month, you are much more focused on getting a hairbud, or on buying one. Maybe not immediately, but soon you intend on buying one. And imagine if we can integrate all these factors, all these variables into a brick and mortar store. For example, you walk into ShopRite and ShopRite already knows what you are likely to buy, what you are least likely to buy. ShopRite already knows that today you are most likely to buy bread. You understand? Because for the past 5 days you've been walking consistently along the bread rails. You understand? And you've been picking out and checking out and even asking questions on that. You understand? Now, based on all this, the store will be able to make recommendations and preferences for you. But then there's another thing involved. The store will be able to give you discounts based on what you buy the most. Let me go back to my AliExpress example. When you frequent AliExpress, the goods you search for the most, you discover that AliExpress will give it to you, will give you discounts on those goods. So they'll pick out a store and they'll tell you, we're giving you 20% discount based on this good. How are they able to do that? They're able to do that because they already know this is what you're most likely to buy. So why don't we just give him discount, so you'll be more encouraged to purchase that. But now I want to let you see what smart stores are really all about. I want to show you a video of a typical smart store, the details and what it all encompasses.
I spent a lot of time thinking about the future of the retail grocery industry. Today, about 10% of US shoppers are buying their groceries online, and that's steadily increasing. With new technologies like IoT, like artificial intelligence, this concept of a smart kitchen that could restock itself, we're not very far away from that. Grocery retailers are challenged to match smart kitchens with smart aisles. As you think about new technologies like IoT, you can start to place sensors within the store, which are essentially data sponges that are soaking up all the shopper insights and behavioral patterns. And you start to look at the patterns within the store. Are we seeing the right conversion? Are we seeing the right movements in the store to be able to make smarter business decisions? Data is only useful if you can process it quickly and you can process it efficiently. And if you can do that, you turn data into real intelligence that you can use to personalize the customer experience. My smartphone can ping me with a personalized discount that's crafted for me. And so if I click on that discount, I can be presented with a store map to actually find these items. And now I can be guided through the aisles with shelving that lights up as I approach it. Insights need to be processed very close to where the data set sits. I'll give you an example. If you're standing in the produce aisle, there isn't time to send the data to an off-site processing center, back to the store, and then back down to the customer. So in today's era, seconds matter in the customer experience. The future of the grocery industry belongs to those organizations that can process data at the edge of your network. In that way, the concept of edge-to-edge intelligence is tailor-made for the grocery business, because we want to keep our data as close to the source as possible, just as we want our food to travel a short distance from the farm to the table.
So I'm sure you enjoyed seeing that. Well, that's all about smart stores. Now there's another segment of retailing that I want us to look into, which is just as important as this cutting edge technology used for smart stores, and it's customer service robots. Customer service robots are professional service robots intended to interact with customers. That's their sole goal. Just think about what a typical customer service person or a customer service worker does. Now you might be asking, what really are customer service stuffs? And Anybody you see as a receptionist or working in an airport, just about any receptionist you see, anyone working on the customer service front line that is interacting directly with customers, that's what these robots are doing. That's the job they are automating. Now, this robot comes in humanoid and non-humanoid forms. What are humanoid forms? Humanoid forms are robots that are designed to look exactly like humans. For example, this. You agree with me that this has some features that is similar to an average human being. Maybe a kid, a short guy, By the end of the day, these robots are qualified to be called humanoids. Now, the goal is to automate most customer service segment services. If you understand, picture yourself walking into an hotel, and what does the receptionist ask? Good afternoon, how are you doing? What do you want? Which room would you like to take? Stuffs like that can be completely automated. Now, the advantage lies in these robots being able to do the same seamlessly, efficiently, and without complaining. One of the fatal flaws of every human being is that we get tired. That's why most hotels employ about 4 to 5 receptionists, so they will switch. They work in shifts, so you can work from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. or from 6 to 11, then someone else takes your place because they discover you could get tired. Now that means the hotel has to pay 5 different receptionists. The cost that can be used, or the cost of paying 5 different receptionists, can be used to buy 2 of these robots, and they'll be able to work for you for 1 year without problems, without need for repair, without complaining. All they need is for you to charge them. That's all. Now imagine the cost savings that you'll be able to get from that. You don't need to pay anyone per month again, and even the efficiency and productivity. One of the beautiful things about customer service robots is they can be designed, they can be tailor-made to fit into any segment of customer service you want. For example, let's say you want your robots to be able to adapt to customer preferences. So if the robot is dressed real nice, for example, if the person walking to the hotel is dressed real nice, maybe dressed in suits, that person will most likely be a businessman, or he will most likely be trying to lodge for the night. You understand? Because he's going for a business meeting. That means he'll most likely take a slightly more expensive room. What if you can even estimate the cost of the suit now? Just imagine if a typical robot can estimate the cost of the suit you are putting on. So you'll be able to make recommendations based on who you are, based on what you are putting on, or based on your name. You understand? What if the robot knows you are the CEO of a company, you're going for this, you'll be able to make accurate recommendations based on that. Now there will be no complaints accompanying these recommendations. You'll be able to do it seamlessly and effortlessly. That's why these robots are gaining traction. Anywhere customer service is required, a robot can be replaced. Well, let me put this to you. I once told you, and I think that was 2 days or 3 days ago, that robots are gaining traction in fields that requires little creativity, that follows a precise or predefined logical steps. And yes, that's true. But the fact is, robots can also be designed to adapt to conditions, or to logical conditions. If I want these robots to say a different thing between 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. to different segments of customers, for example, between 6 a.m. to 9 a.m., I want these robots to say to anyone coming in, to say these words: good afternoon, Mr. Pronounce your name, Mr. Joshua. You're welcome to our hotel. We've booked room so for you. If you're not comfortable with the room, we can change it for you. Please select any of these services you want to accompany your stay with us. Then by 9 a.m. to 12 a.m., I want the robot to compliment maybe on the weather. I want the robot to say, good afternoon, Mr. Joshua. Hope the sun wasn't too hot, or hope the sun wasn't, hope the sun wasn't, too harsh on you. Hope you had a very nice day. Welcome to our hotel. This robot can be designed to adapt to those preferences, to any preference that the buyer wants. And that's the beauty. That means anything that a typical human being can do, this robot can do the same. Now, every year, the market for customer service robots are growing by more than 50%. In other words, more and more industries, more and more companies are now trying to, buy robots to replace human workers, because they discover these guys are dependable. You can decide not to go for work today. You can call your boss: hello, I'm sick, I want to take a sick leave for the next 3 days. Then your boss will have to find a replacement. But this robot would never do that. This robot would never call in sick or just complain of being tired or complain of being stressed, and that's the massive advantage. Now, most CSRs are used to assist customers in finding an item or completing a task. We made an example of smart stores the other time. Imagine walking into ShopRite and you want to get an ice cream, and they've changed the ice cream section and you don't know where it is because it's been a while since you've been there last. So imagine you being able to speak to one of these robots and ask, where's the ice cream section now? And it tells you, let me show you the place. And you actually just follow him and it shows you where the ice cream section is. And it even tells you that, okay, if you buy 5 ice creams, we can give you a 10% discount on the total cost. That's actually nice. That will lead to productivity, even for the store owners. So that's where these guys are gaining tractions nowadays. Now, these CSRs are also designed to seamlessly interact with humans. And I think I made mention of that before. Customer service robots can interact effortlessly with human beings because in the first place, that's what they were designed to do. And they use computer vision, which is also called machine vision, to maintain facial interaction. If you look at this robot, you discover that it's actually looking up straight to an human. That's what machine vision does. Machine vision will enable the robot to be able to locate where your face is and be able to maintain the appropriate facial gesture to meet that. So it's actually nice, and they also make use of natural language processing in order to be able to maintain concise communication with their human counterparts. Since whenever you walk into a store, there are precise things you ask a robot. How much is this? Where is this located? When would this be available? Those are precise questions you ask. You don't walk into a store and ask a robot, what's my mother's name? Unless you're crazy, of course. So that means the things that customer wants, mostly in retail stores, can be automated, can be made into a set of logical instructions. You understand? And you believe me and you agree with me that that's where robots are, that's where they outshine their human counterparts. Now, CSRs are also valuable because they can be used in almost any industry where a level of customer relation is required. They can be used in retail stores, they can be used in airports, in malls, virtually everywhere. You see, I'll show you a video right now that will allow you to, better understand how valuable and how revolutionary these robots are.
Tell me what you want to do or pick from the items below. Great! This game is one of my favorite. First, stand in front of me. Here we are. Oh. Oopsie daisy. It's a good hint. New high score for today. It looks so easy for you. You found all pairs and stuff. I wish you a nice day. Feel free to pass by again anytime.
So Pepper is a humanoid companion robot that's designed by SoftBank Robotics, and it's really meant to engage people as they are going about their day. It could be in a retail setting like here at Westfield Mall.
Be ready. Come on. Give me a little smile, please. Yes, I thought so. Here is your score. So far, you have 1 point. I wish you a nice day. Feel free to pass by again anytime.
It's really amazing. What I like most about it is that, like Ollie said, it can move all of its joints and it's sort of interactive.
You're reading from 1 to 4. 4. I'm very happy.
So no, we don't believe it'll replace jobs so much as augment and make more valuable the store personnel that are already there.
By the way, what did you think of the smile game? Could you give me a rating between 1 and 4?
It's a great solution for retail. So yes, we believe that we're going to see a lot more of this kind of technology in the retail setting.
Welcome to SAP Airport. My name is Amelia.
What's that target?
That shows you where you're.
Guide
nigga do it like this.
I think it's a great feature and really interactive for the kids to use, and you know they're 4 and 2 and they're able to use it, which is great. I guess we found out what we're going to eat and got some dancing and some exercise for them too.
Amelia is one of 3 robots offered at Silicon Valley's airport. We're sharing these robots with our customers to engage them, to entertain them, but also to allow them to find ways to shop and eat and find their way around our airport. And so far, our goal has been very successful.
I'm Washbot. I can help you find things in the store. What are you looking for today? Sure, follow me. I think I'm here.
Washbot is an autonomous navigational robot, and it does a lot. I think the thing that is most striking to people is it can help you find anything inside of the store.
Another field where robots are gaining ground in the retail industry is in warehouse management. Right now we have warehouse management robots. Now most advanced warehouses in the world are managed by robots. That includes most e-commerce stores, their warehouses. That includes most just virtually any online store, including postal offices, you know, just about any online store you can think of. Now in 2012, Amazon spent $775 million to purchase a young robotics company called Kiva Systems. They are the ones that designed these kind of robot. The robots read barcodes on the ground for directions along the way. Now most warehouses are big. Most warehouses are really massive. Really massive. So for the robots to be able to know where to go, where to put this, where to direct this to, they read barcodes that has been inscribed or that has been pasted on the ground. Now there has been numerous fears as to whether these robots will eventually replace all human workers at other fulfillment centers. Let me describe that to you with this last point. These robots have the potential to eliminate some of the most manual warehouse labor. Now what does these robots do exactly? These sort of robots, what they do at Amazon is that they'll pick up an empty wheel like this. They'll pick up an empty wheel. They'll take it to someone that is called the storer. What the storer does mainly is the storer will, for example, let's say there are 500 people that ordered for PS in Nigeria, PS4 game pads. 500 people ordered for them in Nigeria. Now when that order gets to Amazon fulfillment centers, one of these robots will pick up an empty wheel, will take it to the storer. The storer will pick those PS4s you ordered for and set it into these wheels. We'll place it there, then press a button that will enable these robots to know that you are done. You understand, like I am done. So these robots will pick this wheel again and take it to the to the picker. Yes, and what the picker does is the picker will take the order from the wheel, wrap it up, do it the way that it's normally supposed to be done, then give it to the guys that will finally complete the final step of the order. You understand? Now, this sort of system has reduced the need for stores to walk about 10 miles a day. Amazon warehouses are really big. Imagine Amazon is the biggest e-commerce company in the world. So just picture how one of their warehouses will look. You understand? So most of these guys, the stores and the pickers, they have to walk miles per day inside the warehouse, trying to pick orders, trying to give it to the picker, trying to wrap it up, trying to replace orders. But most of those most of those jobs now is done. Most of those manual labors is now done or are now carried out by robots. So all these stores and pickers has to use just stand at designated points. So this robot will bring these reels to them, they'll put the orders there, take it to the picker will pick it from the point, put it inside the order fulfillment packet, and give it to the guys that will do the final stage of fulfillment. So that's where these guys are actually gaining traction. Now, these are not only used in warehouse management systems, they're also used in postal offices. I'll be showing you a video of these robots being used at Amazon fulfillment centers and also being used for postal shuffling in China.
Hello everyone, I'm a sorting robot. I know I look cute, but my skills are a lot more impressive. I can identify the information on each of the parcels effectively and sort them out precisely. My friends and I can process as many as 18,000 parcels in an hour.
This is a 1.3 square kilometer transit warehouse. The use of sorting robots improves efficiency, accuracy, and security during the sorting process, and also reduces manual labor costs by an astonishing 70%. This AI and logistics model is now revolutionizing the express delivery industry across the country. Between 2012 and 2016,
About that, you can see the advantages of robots. It enables efficiency in warehouse management. Now, one other cutting-edge robots we want to talk about are delivery robots. Now, when speaking about delivery robots, one company comes to mind, which is the biggest of them all. That's Starship Technologies. Why? Starship Technologies has actually tested their delivery robots in 100 cities in 20 countries. Their robots have traveled 350,000 miles. Their various robots, it has crossed about 4 million streets, and it has completed over 100,000 deliveries. Each of their robots can travel a maximum speed of 4 miles per hour. Now, what does this robot do exactly? Delivery robots have the sole task of transporting any piece of cargo from a store to a buyer. You order for pizza, this robot will pick the pizza from Domino Pizza, then bring it down to your house. That's their sole task. Now, delivery robots are also gaining wide acceptance. Delivery robots are gaining wide acceptance by most stores due to their relative efficiency in terms of working hours. And delivery robots can deliver 24 hours continuously. That's as opposed to human counterparts. You should concur with me that the task of delivering something from a place to another can be automated. You understand? It's a series of logical instructions. Besides, human counterparts have their flaws in these areas. A human delivery, a delivery guy can call in sick, or can just get off work one day or can submit a sack letter, but a robot will never do that. You understand? So these robots are also gaining wide acceptance. More and more delivery stores, more and more retail stores are now buying these robots in order to be able to facilitate their delivery experience. Most rape cases, there are some reported rape cases in the United States that are perpetrated by delivery guys. Yes, someone comes to deliver and he rapes the person. You understand? Now, most of these fears will also be alleviated with delivery robots. You understand? So I'll show you a video now of these delivery robots in action. It should help you understand more of what they do and more of how they do that.
I have never seen a robot like this. It has to be the first time. What is this thing?
My first reaction when I saw the robot, I said, what? You're gonna do what? What you're gonna do? How? Okay.
Rather than spending time in line waiting for food or coffee, or having to stay nearby to the cafeteria, our technology allows employees more freedom to spend time how they want, where they want. Whether it's having a late lunch at your desk during a busy day, or going outside and enjoying a snack with colleagues, our robots can help.
So what we're doing is, we're using robots to autonomously deliver food, drinks, and snacks to customers.
We're enabling everyone to order food directly to their building or anywhere they want outside. Beyond the convenience of having food delivered, we aim to save people time. So how does it work?
A campus employee or visitor will go to starshipdeliveries.com.
Download the app on your mobile device and you're in there. That's it. Start ordering food today.
They open the app and they're presented with many options that are available from the local cafeteria.
You can get a burger, you can get a Philly cheesesteak, you can get popcorn, you can get whatever you want.
They drop a pin on the map, and that pin represents where they're going to meet the robot. They finalize payment, and then they go to a screen that says how long it'll take till the robot arrives. Typically, this is 15 minutes or less. The kitchen receives a notification that a customer has just placed an order through the Starship app.
When we get an order, we stop what we're doing, we make that order first, get it out quick as we can.
While the kitchen is preparing the meal, the robot starts to travel from either its most recent meeting point or from a staging area to the kitchen itself. The kitchen then places the meal in the robot and then dispatches it to the customer. The customer will receive a notification that says your robot's en route. The robot uses the most efficient and quickest method to drive autonomously to the customer. The customer will then receive another notification when the robot has arrived at the meeting point. The customer is then notified to come down and meet the robot. They'll be able to then unlock the robot and take their food.
So this small little cute robot delivered my lunch today.
I just love getting my food out to the masses. This is a different, better way to do it.
I would absolutely use this service again. Probably tomorrow.
So thank you so much for today. I'm sure you enjoyed this relatively short seminar. Today we talked about retail stores. We looked into the kinds and the segment of robots that are gaining, widespread acceptance in the industry, in the retailing sector. We've seen smart stores, how they are revolutionizing the way shopping is being done. We've seen warehouse management robots, how they are enabling faster warehouse management, and we've seen delivery bots, how they are, trying to facilitate easy access and easy delivery. And then we've also seen customer service robots, which is actually, I can say, one of the most accepted segment of robots in the retailing industry. You can research more on this. Now, the question most of you have been asking me, or has been asking me, is that how can we learn skills necessary to, how can we develop our skills that will enable us to even still be relevant despite the coming robotics revolution in various stores? Well, that question will be answered on the 5th day, and that's on the 5th seminar that we'll be having. I'll show you how to gain the skills, courses you can take, platforms that are offering those courses, because the truth remains that most of the skills needed to gain access into these industries are not taught by conventional educational systems. You understand? You can only get access and gain access to those skills online. So I'll be showing you how to do just that, and I'll be explaining opportunities for internships that are also available. So tune in tomorrow for the second to the last segment of this seminar. Thank you very much. I'll see you tomorrow.